All right, let's think long term, guys. Let's think long term. Let's think long term. Let's think long term at all times. Everything that we always thinking is always short term. It's the gratification. But let's think long term. Why is that a library card right there? That's crazy. Everything that we think is always short term. Instant gratification. I blame Instagram. It's in the name. Let's think long term. Let's lock in. Let's think long term and let's lock in. What are the skills that you can build right now towards long term growth? What are the new things that you can learn towards long term growth? What is the company that you can build towards long term growth? What is the method that you can invest towards long term growth? Hmm. Hmm. What are the things that you can implement right now for your kids for long term growth? What is the things that you what are the things that you can implement in your relationship right now towards long term growth with anybody? Your wife, your spouse, husband, family, mom and pops, grandkid, like all that. We want to think long term at all times. Long term mentality. Long term mentality. Long term mentality. I want to lock that in. Long term mentality. Long term mentality. Long term mentality. I really hate it when people get a big old wad of money just like that. First thing they do is go splurge and do all this stuff, pay bills and all that type of stuff, but they didn't do anything towards their long term goals, their long term mentality. They didn't think about the foundation one bit. They just thought about everything that they need at the moment that can relieve whatever for a few days just to get right back in that same situation. We're not thinking long term. So anytime something comes to us, we're not even disciplined enough to even think about everything that we need to do to like not have to return back to this position ever again in our lives. You see that? You do it every year with taxes. You did it with your PPP loans. You did it with your stimulus checks. You did it with that accident that you got into and you got a big old settlement, that divorce settlement, like whatever you did it with, you did it. We're not thinking long term. We're not thinking long term at all. If you ask me, anybody that's really thinking long term is going to put their money to work for them. No matter what's going on in life, they're going to be like, that's cool right now, but I will sacrifice doing that so I can make this move over here so that I don't ever have to start back at zero ever again in my life. The whole purpose of escaping the rat race is to really escape the rat race. We don't ever gotta be on the hamster wheel anymore. How do you do that? You start to think long term. Am I not right? You start to think long term. You start to take on these little sacrifices, not people, things. The Netflix can you can be done with that. The Apple Music, the streaming services, eating out every single day. You could be done with that. I'm not trying to strip you away from your life and how you want to live it. What I'm saying is sacrifice a little time right now to go make something happen greater for your life. You know what I'm saying? You can get that settlement right now, and you can just be like, man, out of $30,000, what is it for me to at least put up 1,000, 5,000, half of it? You know what I'm saying? Into something that can actually like build up what I got going on. At the end of the day, women want you to provide as a man. They want you to be able to lead and do the right thing. Think long term. They want you to think long term. That's all. Think long term. How you going to guide this family long term? How you going to take care of this family long term? Not just right now, long term. So cool. You got to handle some things right now, but you almost always must be thinking long term. Always must be thinking long term. For me, long term thinking is putting my money into Bitcoin. Some will be like they're gonna put their money in dividend paying stocks. That's cool too. I just know that Bitcoin more than likely the best option. But it's nothing wrong with that because I'm gonna still do that. I do that too. For me, thinking long term is buying them properties, making sure that you got mailbox money in some kind of way coming in at all times. To me, it's all about obtaining obtaining assets. What the fuck am I talking about? Obtaining assets, getting assets, getting assets, putting your money in a position where it can work for you at all times. Yeah, sure, it might look like you making courses right now for free to sell to people that may need your knowledge. Cool, you're making money. Chris Johnson says, "Get money by income. Get money by income. However you get money, get your money. It don't matter what it is, as long as it's not illegal. I ain't tripping on that. Get your money by your income. Get money by income, right? Just get money by income. It's simple. However you get your money, job, side hustle, selling these courses, uh, doing some kind of service, whatever. Get your money. When you get your money, what are you doing with that money so you don't ever return back to zero, right? So you might get your paycheck, but then your paycheck is gone because of bills and all that type of stuff. Get another paycheck, gone again because whatever. But you might have saved like a couple $100s, so you ain't at zero, but you starting at a couple $100s away from zero, right? Then you get another check, then you go all the way back down to zero. You keep starting back over to zero. Even if you got a savings, you just slowly but surely getting away from zero. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole game. How far can we get away from zero? Get away from a, a negative balance in our accounts, in our pockets. We want to do whatever we got to do to make sure that there's such a big cushion in our lives from zero to whatever that if a rainy day happens, if emergency happens, we so up here and zero is so down here that oh something happened, but we good. 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 Like, see what I'm saying? You put your money in these things and it's growing for you. It's working for you. It's bringing you back more money. So you put your money in Bitcoin, it's always going to keep going up. It can fall, but it's more than likely it's going to keep going up. So it's getting you further away from zero. Dividend paying stocks getting you further away from zero. Real estate getting you further away from zero. Them sales that you're making in your business getting you further away from zero. We want so many things. You don't necessarily got to have so many things, just whatever works for you. But we want so many things to be our thing, be our cushion from zero. See what I'm saying? That makes sense. I'm rambling again. I know, but this is real information that y'all really need for y'all life. Real information y'all need for y'all life. Long term thinking, long term minded. A lot of us fail because we don't got a plan or we plan to fail. But a lot of us plan. A lot of us fail because we don't have a plan, so we plan to fail. That's what I meant. When you got a plan, it's simple. We always think that it's so outside of us to become rich or anything like that. Man, it's very simple to become rich. Do you know how easy it is? It's very easy. When you realize how easy it is, then you be like, oh, it is easy. It's just these steps. Be disciplined. Do this. Simple. People get rich just investing in Bitcoin, just investing in stocks, just investing in real estate. They just doing the steps repeatedly every single time, every single time, every single time, and being disciplined in the whole process of it. You get something one time and think that, oh man, I won the lotto, but everything gone as soon as you get that. And I don't want y'all in that mindset no more. I want y'all thinking long term. So if I can do anything on this channel to help y'all start thinking long term, let's lock in. Let's start thinking long term. Because as I build my stuff, I want to show y'all what I'm building, so y'all can show me what y'all building too. At the end of the day, man, I just want myself and us to be the best man that we could possibly be for our families, for our women, for ourselves first and foremost, man. Because that's really the most important thing, is being the greatest man that we could be for ourselves, being happy with ourselves first, and then showing, spreading that light from within outward. All right, that's a big ass rant. I'm done, man. Peace.